Good to have you guys on board, and we're going to launch into the program right now. So you should be seeing on your screen, this is a kind of a PowerPoint-ish type of slide. This should be our first one, guys. And as a little teaser at the end of the webinar, because we want you all to stick around and not split and take off and go for a jog or anything, we're going to be giving away a $50 gift certificate to the Dylan Dam Brewery at the end of the webinar. So that's a little tease to stick around, and we'll tell you how easy it is to get that at the end of the webinar. All right, sound good? Here we go. Prepared for the Summit Association of Realtors, you guys, this is about using video effectively. We're gonna get right into it. Here's some pretty cool stats about the video. Some of these things you may have seen before, but you're probably gonna pick up on a few tidbits here. John, we have that next slide. We all know video is powerful. And again, this is not today, guys, just about listing videos or testimonial videos. This is about all kinds of ways you can use video.
I know, I'm sweating.
In your business. Whether you're working on partnership programs, you're working with designers, you're working with clients, whether you're partnering up with other businesses, video is central to what you're doing. You see here, 87% of businesses now use video as a marketing tool. That's up from 81%. So listen, that's almost everybody. Check this one out. On LinkedIn, guys, videos get shared 20 times more than other content. So that's not 2 times more, 4 times more, 20 times more. So when you're posting things on LinkedIn, and if you're not using LinkedIn, by the way, if you're just on Instagram and Facebook, you need to be on LinkedIn 100% for sure. You can see your Instagram video generates 3 times more comments than photo ads. So again, video just engages people. 40% of marketers rank video as the content with the best ROI, or return on investment. There are photos, there's blog posts, there's writing. All this video by far has the best return on investment. And at the end of the day,
starting to do something out there.
That's what we're all about, is return on investment. Everything you're doing has to be revenue, expenses, and return on investment.
I don't know. I'm going to walk down there and check it out.
So,
Scott, I went ahead and muted everyone. So if you could just unmute yourself right now, that way we can just hear you.
Got it. Okay. You guys hearing me okay now?
Yeah, you sound great. Thanks.
Okay, good. Hey, so real quick, just, on LinkedIn, guys, I don't know if you heard that initially, but on LinkedIn, videos get shared 20 times more than any other content. And I was saying a minute ago that if you're not on LinkedIn, if you're just on Instagram or just on Facebook, you've got to be on LinkedIn. That's a great platform. And again, look at that stat on your screen. On LinkedIn, videos get shared 20 times more, not 2 or 4 times more, so much more. And then look at the stat down below, guys. 40% of marketers view video or rank video as the best ROI. So everything that you're doing in your business is ROI centric, right? You have revenue coming in, you have expenses going out, and at the end of the day, all your initiatives should be calculated using an ROI measurement. And video is at the top of that ranking for ROI, or return on investment. Check out down below there, 93% of all internet users watch online videos. So when people go on their iPhone or on their iPad or their computer, and you all know this, they're not so much reading anymore, sadly, they're watching video. So it is all about video. It doesn't have to be long video, it might be short video, but they are watching video. Then check this out, marketers, the best marketers in the business are doing at least 2 videos per month. That's at a minimum. So you need to be doing the same thing. If you're not good at video, or you don't like doing video, and I get it, it's not for everybody. In real estate, you really have to be proficient at it. So it's kind of like waking up in the morning and making your bed. You really don't want to wake up in the morning and make your bed, but you got to do it. There are just certain things that you have to do, and we're going to talk about how you can make it a little bit easier and more effective. All right, next slide, John. Power of TV. So TV has a different power, guys, than most marketing. So we all know that as realtors or really any kind of business, the best marketing package is one that involves a lot of different things. Print, radio, TV, and real estate. There's flyers, there's this and that, there's all kinds of things. Newspaper advertising, print advertising. We're a believer in all the above. We think that the best marketers utilize all those mediums. TV, though, guys, is the one media that has the most credibility. You can see that at the top of your screen, and we got a little GIF there with I love it. But TV really does have the most credibility. It's because when you see somebody on TV, it's unique, it's different, it stands out. How many times do we open up the Summit Daily News, and how many realtors do we see advertising in the Summit Daily News? 1, 2, 3, usually dozens, right? Dozens and dozens and dozens. It is absolutely easy to get lost in that sea of all these realtors in the newspaper. Whereas if you're watching TV, imagine you're watching TV8, you'll see one realtor on at a time. Instant credibility. And beyond broadcast, video is still king. So even if you're not on TV, even if you're not running what we call commercial spots, video is still king for LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Video is number one. Websites, I'm sure most of you have a website. Probably all of you have a website. Some of you probably have custom websites. The best websites are elegant, simple, easy to use, clean interfaces without a lot of junk all over them. You recognize these when you see them. Good ones are clean and simple, and the best ones employ video a lot. Again, people want to watch video in the best websites, and if you don't have a good website, you need one, and video's got to be a part of it. All right, John. We go to our next slide. Okay, check this out. This is a fun video. I think you're going to get a kick out of this, but this is actually pretty cool. And I want to chat about why this is so cool after we take a quick peek at it. And here's this guy. We were talking about making your bed in the morning. Let's check this guy out.
When he wakes up in the morning, Benjamin Beaver eats lunch for breakfast because he doesn't like to waste time. In fact, Benjamin guarantees your home sold in 7 hours or longer. He is currently in the top 10 Coldwell Banker agents in Texas for units sold and was recently voted best real estate agent on the planet by his mother. Benjamin Beaver, don't call him. He'll call you after you call him first.
Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I love that video. It's funny, it's whimsical, it's silly. Imagine how many views that video gets. That gets dozens and dozens and hundreds and thousands of views, right? All promoting Benjamin. So that's an example of a creative, fun video. How many times have we seen virtual tours or realtor videos that look absolutely identical to the one you just saw below it or before it or above it, right? This is an example of this realtor doing something different, having fun with it, being playful with it, and getting his name out there. So I encourage you guys, the best thing you have going for you in real estate, the number one thing you have going for you are your personalities. That's why people are going to do business with you. They're not going to do business with you because you're the smartest, you're the best in the business. There's too many realtors for that. They're going to do business because of who you are and how much they like you. What makes an effective video? Video tells a story unlike any other media. When you have a print ad, even the best print ad in the business, it cannot physically, emotionally tell a story. It's static, it's stagnant, it's a print ad, right? Even a website is beautiful it is. It can't tell a story. A video can literally tell a story, and that's what everyone wants now, guys, is a story. Whether it's about your clients, testimonials, you, or maybe even a property, and we're going to show you a video in here in just a minute about an actual property. It's all about the story behind it, right? That's what people want to do. Keep it under 2 minutes. We all have a tendency to ramble on a little bit and do videos and talking points that go on. So be cognizant, keep it under 2 minutes. Generally for social media, even shorter is better. Instagram has a limit of about a minute. Try to keep your videos tight. It works better on social media, and it's better for the viewers. We all get impatient. We have our spouses come in or get yelled at and this and that and other things. Phones are going off. So keep your videos short, tight, and that's where sometimes even basic editing skills can come in to keep your video we're on to our third point here. Keep your videos super tight. You've seen it where you have a video, and you can even do it in iMovie on your iPhone, where it's edited, the beginning's trimmed off, the end is trimmed off, and you wind up with a 60-second video, maybe 45-second video that really runs fast. Be personable in your video. Gone are the days where you have to practice and be 100% perfect with your video, sitting up tight and being staged and reading off a teleprompter. Forget about all that. Just be you. Be personable, smile, look at the camera, and have fun with things. If you make a mistake, don't worry about it too much. If you have to itch your ear, be yourself. Then be intentional about your message. So what you don't want to do is launch into a video and kind of have it ramble and drift off and do this and that. Have a very clear objective for what your video is before you do it. Write it out. Take a couple minutes and just write it out, a quick outline. Then before you do your video, study it. Make sure you hit those talking points. What I'll do very often is come up with 2 or 3 points in that video so that I don't just launch into it and kind of meander through it. I'll know ahead of time, listen, I really want to mention 2 things. The 2 things are maybe this is a house I have listed, and wow, I've got some great financing options for you. There would be 2 things that you can hit very fast in your video. Do that ahead of time, practice it. Get 1 or 2 or 3 talking points, hit those, you're done. Most importantly, be yourself. Don't try to act like somebody you're not. Be yourself, talk how you normally talk. Be yourself, that's gonna resonate with your clients and with people out there. All right, here we go, next slide. What makes an effective video? Before we go into this, this is a video interview. So we at TV8 guys interview a lot of people, a lot of realtors. We're going to show you 2 examples. One is a bad interview. The second is the exact same interview questions, exact same format, but a better interview. It all comes down to the points we just discussed: being personable, being authentic, being prepared, having personality. And again, when you do video, you might have a day where you're in a bad mood, maybe you're a little tired, but when it comes time to do a video, you got to be on point, lively, energetic. And it's not about you in the video, it's about your clients. So we're going to watch the first example. You're going to see it's a little tough to watch. And then we're going to watch example number 2. Again, same thing, but 1 is kind of bad, 2 is pretty good. Let's check out number 1.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is John with TV8, and today we have Scott Taylor from Acme Real Estate. How's it going, Scott?
Oh, good. Yeah, pretty good. Thanks.
All right, glad to have you in here. Crazy time in the real estate market, and we'd like to ask you, how are you generalizing the market conditions right now?
It's been a little tough, honestly. The news has been a little bad. We've been doing our best to stay with it. We think there's some positive signs, but hard to tell.
Mm-hmm. You got a crystal ball. What do you see coming in the next couple of months? This summer, next winter? What are your projections?
Yeah, we think the market's going to rebound. It was doing well before, so we're thinking that the good days are ahead.
Okay. All-time lows in the mortgage interest rate department. What are my options as a buyer for financing?
Yeah, no, you're right. There are great deals on rates. We encourage you to shop around, check things out. Definitely a good time to.
Do you guys have preferred lenders that you could recommend to buyers?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. I forgot to mention that. We do have some partners we work with that we think are good, and we're glad to give you their phone number.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there's a lot of options for real estate realtors in Summit County. Question I ask everybody is, why should our viewers choose you?
Yeah, just long been in Summit County for many years, and just a lot of experience. I think I have a lot of experience, and I just said it comes down to experience. All
right, Scott. If our viewers want to find out more about you and your firm, how can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, no, we'd love to have you call. We got a website we've been updating, and check us out on the website, and we'd love to help.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Scott Taylor from Acme Real Estate. Thanks for coming on.
Okay. Thanks. All right, so that guy. See, guys, that was a horrible interview, right? That was painful. I was unprepared. I had no energy. I kept looking around. It was all about me. When John asked why people should do business with me, it wasn't about them. It was about my experience, right? So again, lack of preparation, looking around. I made it about me, not about the clients. and I had no personality. My energy level sucked. I looked tired. I wasn't engaged, right? Not a good interview. So now we're going to show you a good interview, exact same questions, exact same format. But again, here, I just click into gear a little bit and you'll see how the exact same interview can turn around and be pretty good.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is John here with TV8, and today we are talking with Scott Taylor from Acme Real Estate. How you doing, Scott?
Hey, great, doing super. Thanks for having us on board over here, John. Excited to be here.
Yeah, it is our pleasure. And we're having you on because right now is kind of a crazy time in the real estate market, and we'd like to hear from you what your perspective is on market conditions.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously crazy times, and we've been affected just like everybody. Although we think we're super lucky to be here in Summit County. We're all healthy here, and very excited about the market in general. There's been a little slowdown. We haven't been able to do real estate showings how we normally do, but it's been counterbalanced by a real uptick, John, in virtual showings and some of these other tools that have really been great. So we've actually seen in the past several weeks, our business has been increasing, and the activity has been pretty high, and we're very optimistic about what we're seeing in the market.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the future. What are your projections going forward? What do the next couple months look like? The summer, next winter? What do you got for us?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time working on projections and really keeping our clients informed, communicating with our clients, and we're, again, very optimistic about what we're seeing. We think that when the rebound happens, and we're already seeing hints that it's happening, John, that the market's going to come back stronger than ever, more vibrant than ever. So we think prices are going to stabilize and maybe get back on track and start going up again. Rates are at historical lows, great time to buy, still a good time to sell. So again, we're very excited about what we're seeing, and we think that come summer, things are really going to be back really in good shape here.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. So now the rates are historical lows. Now is a good time to buy.
Right.
What are my options for financing?
We work with an array of different mortgage companies, John, and they all have different areas of specialty. We really do believe it's important to work with somebody local, so we steer our clients to our partners in the financing and mortgage arenas. And again, rates are so great right now, so we can really hook you up with one of the guys that we do a lot of business with, and they can help get you set up. And again, never a better time to buy than right now. These rates are so low. Get in on them.
That sounds good. Okay, one last question for you.
Sure.
Why should our viewers choose Acme Real Estate and Scott Taylor over everybody else?
We get asked that question sometimes. That's a good one. There's so many great realtors in Summit County. We're friends with them all. It's a great community. We're proud to be part of it. We just think it's a fit. We do things a little bit differently. A lot of client communication, a lot of, like you hinted at earlier, projecting and forecasting, trying to make sure that we're not only current with what we're doing, but that we're really looking ahead into the future and developing good plans for our clients. So it really comes down to a good personality fit, we think. And again, it's all about communication here at Acme.
All right. If our viewers have, they want to reach out to you, how can they get in contact?
Yeah, sure. Our website's a great source. We got a cool search function on there, so log on and shop around a little bit. And then when you have questions or want to run things by us or just chat, we're a phone call away. My cell phone's right there, and we invite you to call directly, and we'd love to chat with you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Scott.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Okay.
You're on mute, Scott.
Same interview, so much better. And again, part of it is just, Scott was better prepared that time. Scott smiled, right? Little things like this, better preparation, easy to do, smile, easy to do, higher energy level, easy to do. And I made it more about the client, not so much about me. So when we talked about what's different about us, it was that we communicate with the clients, not that I'm the greatest guy in the world. Who cares about that? Hey, we do projections, we do forecasting. It's about the client experience. And then at the end, one of the most important things, hey, don't just go to my website and try to figure it out. Call me on my cell phone, call anytime, give me a shout. Have questions or just want to shoot the bull or run something by us at Acme Real Estate, here's our cell phone. So be approachable is a big thing. And that you can see how that comes across great in that interview. Okay, what makes an effective interview? Preparation, appearance, demeanor, smiles, approachability. That's just how people like you. They feel comfortable with you. And again, be yourself. You don't have to be anybody different than who you are. Be yourself. talk about what you do, talk about your charity work, talk about your hobbies. People love that. What you wear matters. So you see in the first video, I was wearing kind of a crappy black windbreaker. It was wrinkled, it was dirty, I was slumped over. In the second video, I'm wearing a nice shirt, right? So we do that at TV8 sometimes. Well, people come in for interviews, guys, and they'll come in wearing like a ripped up t-shirt, kind of the Summit County look, right? Like jeans, a t-shirt, a hat, and we're like, gosh, you know, you could have put on, just even a nicer shirt makes a huge difference, right? If people are gonna do business with you and they're buying a $500,000 condo, $1 million home, they want you to look pretty good. Your background, we're all seeing this. This is not a great background, by the way, here today, but your background does matter. So be aware of that and just dumb it down when you're looking at your background, and you can test it on FaceTime, for instance. Call your wife or your husband or your kid or whatever and say, how do I look? A lot of times it's little things. There's plugs hanging, there's a picture crooked. We did an interview the other day and the lady was on her sofa and there was like a blanket on the sofa that was all disheveled. Clean that stuff up and just make it look nice. Check the lighting. And again, if you see something that looks a little wrong, it's too dark or it's too light, or the window is just white because there's so much light streaming in from it, that happens a lot. If you notice that, everyone else will notice that too. So be aware of that and just direct your own videos. What you say matters. Be positive, be encouraging, be specific. And again, the same skills that you're going to develop when you do these interviews are the exact same skills, guys, exact same skills you use when you're talking one-on-one to people. Or if you're doing a group presentation, if you're at the office and you're presenting to 20 people. Or you're public speaking to the chamber and you're in front of 50 people. Or you're meeting with a client, the same skills in terms of being prepared, keeping things tight, being succinct, being upbeat, they all translate. All right, here we go, next slide. Okay, so this is a fun video. Again, we got another fun one. You guys are gonna like this, a little quirky. So this is a property video. Now, obviously this is in a city, it's not in Summit County, but think how many times have we seen videos of properties, really a listing video, and it's kind of the same thing. It shows the kitchen, shows the bathroom, shows the front, and maybe that's about it. And at the end of it says, here's a phone number where to call me. Watch this video, it's quirky. I want you to notice that. It's different, it's fun, and it also highlights things around the property. So it doesn't just talk about the property, because you're gonna see this is a pretty small property in this building, right? There's not a lot to it, but it talks about all the amenities around it. So think about that, especially in Summit County. Hey, you're not just buying this condo in Frisco, but around it is great shopping. There are great restaurants. The schools are great. There's a library. The marina is right around the road. So be aware of all that. We're going to roll a video and we'll talk about it here in a second.
Hi, I'm Riley LePage, and I'm standing in what could very well be your next condo. It has a washroom, a balcony. It has not one, but 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, and a freshly renovated living room, just for you. But don't forget the amenities, like a pool.
Did you know that doing the breaststroke can burn up to 0.36 calories per stroke? That's almost as many calories as if you were
Hitting balls in this terrific tennis court. And if that's not enough, you could lift things up and put them down in this fabulous fitness facility. And after getting your pump on, maybe you can go grab some lemons at the grocery store that's like 2 minutes away. After all, when life gives you lemons. Make your way to the train station, which is literally right across the street. You never know who you might run into. And when you're only 5 minutes away from the university, there's no need to nap on a dirty bench. I'm Riley LePage, and you want to buy this condo? Call me.
Pretty fun, right? Pretty creative. And when I first watched this, guys, I thought even though that's a condo in some building in Chicago or New York or wherever that is, we have a lot of condos in Summit County that kind of look like that, right? that are in older units. They're small, they're not updated. They got a small bedroom, a small kitchen, but great amenities. We have a client in Breckenridge, guys, this is a couple months ago. And I remember she had a condo right in Breck, but it was in kind of an old building, kind of dilapidated, not fixed up, nothing great about it. But there actually was a lot great about it, right? The location was killer. The grocery store was across the street. The bus stop right out front, right? And Breck was right there. The coffee shop was across the street, but she didn't mention any of that stuff, right? So she could have done a video talking not just about the unit, because there wasn't a whole lot to it. Just say, hey, it's 1 bedroom, nice kitchen, cute little patio. But man, look at the location. Look at the grocery store here. Look at the coffee shop. Look, the bus stop is right outside here. Oh, the library is also right across the street. So she missed 80% of what was good about the property, right? So look at it through different eyes. Have fun with it. Here's what kind of videos work for realtors. Testimonials are great, and these are easy to get from your clients and your partners. It can be something as simple as, hey, I hooked up with John. He was a great realtor. I loved how he communicated. We live in Denver, but he made communication so easy, and he would always call us back on time. Boom. That's about 10, 15 seconds, and that's solid gold right there. And I guarantee all of you have some clients who will talk you up big time. Talk about how friendly you are, professional, you were courteous, you were aware. Maybe you found a property you've never seen before. They had no idea until you brought it to their attention. There are all kinds of great things you guys have going for you. Get some of those testimonials, and they don't need to be professionally shot. The quick testimonials worth a ton. Informational, that's about who you are, what you're doing, market conditions. You see some realtors doing that. Break it down, ask silly questions and answer those silly questions. You see a lot of realtors talking about statistics, things are going up, things are going down, price per square foot, this, that. Half the time that doesn't make any sense to the consumer. They don't know what all that stuff means necessarily, right? I'm pretty good at that. I know John, my partner at TV8, he's pretty good at that. But if you talk to my wife, for instance, she doesn't really understand price per square foot and average listing price and days on market. It kind of goes over her head a little bit, right? Explain that stuff, distill it down so it's simple. And you talk about, hey, price per square foot is simply this, and this is why it matters. Or maybe this is why that doesn't matter. Let me give you some other things that do matter. So that's where you really can become an expert and just kind of dumb it down. Dumb it down, guys. Market updates, community updates, again, it may be obvious to some of us what's happening in the market or what's happening in the community. Maybe we know about the new bus station, or we know about the new library that's being built, or we know about 4th Street Crossing in Silverthorne. We know about that. Our clients, your clients, very often don't know anything about that. Fill them in. Again, dumb it down. Give them a quick overview. They're going to turn to you as the expert and have some video to go along with it. Of course, there are listing videos and walkthroughs, and again, have fun with those. Show things off. Don't just think of the obvious stuff. Here's the kitchen, here's the living room. Show the front door, show the proximity, show the garage, show access, show some of the fun things around the property. Be creative with it. And then, of course, there's the About Me video, which can be very short, and it can just simply be a recap of you. Because again, I'm looking at Daniel Dunn right here on the screen. It could be about Daniel. Hey, what's up? I'm Daniel Dunn. I've got a big smile, and here's where I'm from. Here's what I like doing. Here's how I wound up in Summit County in the first place. People love that. They'll identify with that. Then I see Eric right to his right on my screen. Eric might say something totally different. Eric might say, hey, I'm from Florida, and I moved to Summit County 10 years ago, and I really enjoy X, Y, and Z, and I wrote a book. People love that kind of stuff. Make it about you and put it into a quick video. All right, next screen, John. Building a video library. This is another easy thing to do. It sounds kind of like a daunting task to build a video library. I don't have time to build a video library. What is a video library? And I certainly don't have time to do that. It's just simply a bank of videos. Those are videos on different topics. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, kind of like that LinkedIn page I was telling you about, you need to have your own YouTube channel. We can help you set it up, although it's pretty easy to do on your own. And you can create in your YouTube channel playlists. So you can have videos that are about you. You can have property videos. You can have testimonial videos. You can have community update videos. All that turns into a video library that you can use, and it's a breeze to do that. Add to your library. You're going to find you use those things down the road. Also SEO, which is search engine optimization on your websites. You all know what that is. You've got to have good SEO. That's simply what site ranks better than the site next to it organically. That's not paid, that's organically. Video's #1 for SEO. You guys probably get phone calls and emails from SEO companies in Summit County, in America, probably around the world, saying, oh, your website's horrible, pay me $500 and I'll optimize it, right? Ignore those are scams, right? But part of it is a little bit true. SEO does matter. And the best way to get your SEO better is video, #1. Easy to do. Have video on your website, goes right up. YouTube is owned by Google. Probably most of you know that, right? So it will highly favor, Google will highly favor websites that incorporate video because they want to cross-drive that traffic. Videos are part of your brand. Then be consistent. Have a little bit of a consistent feel to things. If you're a little bit more serious, or if you're a little more lighthearted, or if you normally wear a certain kind of outfit, kind of be consistent because that really does become your brand, guys. We see sometimes realtors where they kind of look different all the time. They'll do a video where they're dressed like this, and the next video they're dressed like that, and it's kind of inconsistent, right? So try to have a little bit of a consistent look and feel. Big companies do it, right? Think of chain restaurants when they open up a new Yard House restaurant. They do the other Yard House and it looks pretty much like the first one or the second one. They try to have brand consistency, and that's important because people identify with that and people are comfortable with that. So build your brand. It can be whatever you want. Then ensure page placement. That's when you have a website, guys. And you'll see this sometimes where there's no rhyme or reason. There's information on the website here, then there's a picture here, then there's a video here, then there's another video up here. That gets a little bit convoluted. Try to line things up where it's consistent. All your content's over here, your videos are in a row. That's where that video library can really come in and help out. Have things just kind of line up nice and neat. And you can do that on your own, or there's great people who can help. Ways to get video done. Obviously, plan ahead. This is not a big deal. Just when you're sitting down at dinner the night before or chatting with your husband or wife, just map it out. Get a sheet out and just say, hey, I'm going to be here. This is what I'm talking about. This is how long it's going to be. Here are my 2 or 3 talking points. Here's what I'm going to wear. Here's how I'm going to end it. So there's a call to action. You always want a call to action at the end of your video. What do you want people to do? Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just informational. Maybe you want them to call you. Maybe you want them to go check out more videos. Maybe you develop a whole video series and you say, hey, I've got other great videos. Go to my YouTube channel and you can learn about all kinds of other stuff. Maybe you say, hey, I've got friends in the financing area. I'd like to refer you to some of them to learn more about that. And again, John put this one in and I love it, guys. Getting things done is better than perfect. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I always try to make things perfect and plan it out and then redo it if it doesn't work. And then I don't post it because it wasn't perfect and I'll do it again next week. That is a complete recipe for disaster. Just get things done. Get the video done, post the video, have a good time with it, share it, get it out there, do another one. And by virtue of that repetition, you'll get better. So it's kind of like anything. Done's better than perfect. Same thing, working out, right? You don't have the best workout in the world, but just go work out, get it done. And then you kind of get in a groove of things. Showcase again your personality. Whatever your personality is, show it off. Don't change your personality, be you, and if anything, amplify. You are not trying to appeal to the whole world, guys. I know I sometimes think that, right? I want to be popular with everyone. I want, everyone to like me. If I'm on TV8, I want all our viewers to think Scott's the greatest. We all think like that. The truth is that's impossible. You just got to appeal to your group of people, your client base, your client type. That's who you're trying to appeal to. So be yourself. And then be creative. Don't be afraid to be a little whimsical. Try something different and have fun with things. It's easy to do, and actually creativity is a muscle. Just like anything else, the more you use it, the better you get at it. All right, Jen. Shooting with an iPhone. Some of these tips you've probably heard before. Shoot horizontally. That's when you have your iPhone. Try not to shoot like this. That is kind of the typical way. I know I kind of do that because I'm holding my phone like that. It's better to shoot in what we call landscape format, which just simply means sideways. You can see this picture on your screen playing. She's doing it sideways. That works more like how a TV screen does. When you do it this way, it turns into really a box. So hold your iPhone sideways like that. You get much better video and much more in your video in this landscape format. Don't zoom digitally. You've seen that on your iPhone where you can kind of zoom in. On newer iPhones, you can do 1x or 2x or 3x, and it'll literally zoom in, which means get closer to your subject. What that does is it can change the focus on your shot, and it can kind of mess things up. inadvertently. You're shooting, and sometimes you can't see it on your iPhone because it is kind of small, but when you zoom, things will go in and out of focus, and then when you play it back later, you're like, ah, darn it, that was a great zoom, but it messed things up. There are also things on your phone. You can see AF and AE, that's autofocus and auto exposure. Those are things you can learn a little bit more about. And again, it might sound a little technical, but it's really not. There are ways to lock those on your phone. You've seen a video before where somebody's shooting it, it looks pretty good, then I kind of pan around like this and all of a sudden it gets real white, right? You've all seen that, right? Or it gets real dark, or it gets kind of grainy, and you're like, geez, what just happened? I just turned this way. That's because the exposure and the focus changed. So on your phone, there's settings, and again, it takes about 10 seconds to do it once you know how to do it. You can lock it. That means when you're going around, those settings stay the same. It'll give your video a much more professional, consistent look. Don't put your subject in front of a light source. We've seen that before. I did a video the other day and I thought it'd be kind of cool to be in front of a big window behind me, right? And it looked horrible. It's just a ton of light pouring in. So check your video out. If it looks overexposed is just too much light, be aware of that. Don't have too much light source. You've seen that probably on sunny days too, where it looks beautiful and you're in the sun, but it's almost too much sun. It's kind of blown out. We'll do that sometimes. We're like, gosh, why? It's so perfect in blue skies. It can almost be too much sun. Then you'll see a video on kind of a slightly cloudy day and it actually looks a little more natural or better. That's because of lighting. Then if you have the opportunity, get a cheap tripod, and they're super cheap to get. Lean your phone against the book, because the more consistent you can be in your shot in terms of stabilization, the better. It just looks more professional. Same shot, everything's the same. It just is more stable. So that's a great thing to do. You can even get some of those desktop tripods. I have one I use a lot. I have it in my kitchen, so if I need to do a quick video, it's just a tripod about that big. Pop the phone in it, you hit record, and it looks perfect because it's nice and steady, it's clean, you hit record, you do it, turn it off, it looks great. Those are cheap. You can get one on Amazon for 10 bucks. Okay, TV8 Summit, we got a little piece here that John put together, kind of a cool little thing. Check it out. Does that get you fired up or what? That's cool stuff. Hey, I do have a question coming in here too. How do you, and then we'll get to this slide here, how does one edit on an iPhone? So I know we don't have time to get into that, but you know, the best, there's all kinds of editing software you can get on your iPhone from the App Store. Tons of apps. If you just go to video editing on the App Store, tons of things. The most common program is iMovie, which you can get on your iPhone. It's free. It's actually super powerful and super easy to use. You can do some online YouTube tutorials. And once you've edited, just practice a video. You know, go out and shoot a video of your dog. Practice it, guys. It's a breeze. Typically what you do is we call trimming. You get rid of all the junk at the beginning of the video. You get rid of all the junk at the end of the video. That's when you're turning the camera on and off. You get rid of all that stuff. That takes just seconds to do that. And then again, you can what we call cut in the video. And that's just simply where you get rid of kind of the dead spots. And once you've done that a couple times, you'll see how easy it is to do. It literally takes seconds, and it's kind of fun to do it. You can turn kind of a not so great video, you can trim it up and do those cuts, and it makes it really fast-paced and fun. TV8 Summit, in case you're wondering, we appeal to a huge visitor base. Our audience at TV8 Summit, I know some of you might be asking, who are you guys and who watches that crazy channel? We have locals like you guys watching. We have a lot of second homeowners, people who live in the Front Range, who visit Summit County or have second homes in Summit County. Then, of course, we have tourists from around the world coming into Summit County. What we try to do, and it's the same mission you guys have, is to be the local expert and trusted friend, right? That's really our mission. We're not trying to be the absolute best. We're not trying to be anything we're not. We're really trying to be local experts, and we're trying to be the trusted source. So when people do get to Summit County and they want to know where to go shopping or where to go dining or who to call for real estate needs, they know they can turn to us, and we vetted it, and we're the pros at that. 89%, it's really 90% of guests tune into TV8 when they arrive in their lodging units, because again, we're the go-to source for that kind of stuff. And you can see the average person watches more than 5 hours of TV per day, which I think is actually more than that given the lockdown we're under. And so a lot of people watching TV, so it really, really works, guys. And then that market reach rate, that is 75%. That's how far we reach into the market. Also at TV8, we're higher ranked than Good Morning America, the Today Show, and all the above in Summit County. So those are big national shows. But our little TV8 right here in Summit County is actually ranked higher than those for our live morning show. Kind of cool. Median household income is about $97,000. Median age is 41. 57% male. Education level is pretty high. And yep, a lot of kids watch TV too. Surprise, surprise. We do have a real estate show, and John and I thought about this. We wanted to mention it to you. This is kind of a plug and play deal. It's a cool real estate show. It's really the only real estate show of its type in Colorado. We started it about 1.5 years ago, and it's kind of exploded and taken off, and we're going to be expanding it. It's kind of cool because we do all the work for you. It's a 3-minute long segment, but if any of you are interested, we'd love to plug you in there. And we have an array of realtors talking about different things, new developments, older units, buying, selling, upgrading, designing. Should you fix your unit up before you sell it? Yes or no? All kinds of different topics. Area amenities. Hey, maybe I'm an expert in Breckenridge, so I want to talk about all the cool things you can do in Breck. Or, you know, I'm more on the Dillon side of the county. So it's a pretty cool show. And again, we want to have an array of different people talking about different stuff because we want the show to be fun to watch, but we want to educate people. So that the whole thing is educational. We're not out there just saying, hey, I'm Scott, and I'm a great realtor, you know, call me. It's much more than that. It's, hey, I'm Scott, you know, I've been doing some great research. I want to fill you in on what I've been doing. So it's a fun thing. We'd be glad to get you guys more info if you're ever interested.
Welcome to Colorado's #1 real estate show, yep, Summit Mountain Homes and Lifestyle. Well, it's a real estate show here on TV8 Summit and a winter wonderland behind us. Doyle, great location here in Keystone. Tell us where we are.
Yeah, we're at the Keystone Lodge and Spa on the rooftop deck right off the lobby. Just a great location. Overlooks the
it really is
the ice rink. You know, during the wintertime, it's the pond during the summertime. You know, ski mountains are in the background. You know, you and I talk about all the different great activities you can do throughout Summit County. Keystone,
so many things.
You know, Keystone, for example, obviously you got the ski hill,
right?
But you know, you got great tubing if you live in tubing.
Cross country.
You know, the ice rink that we're talking about. We got 2 ice rinks.
Yep.
We got the cross country. You can call activities and dining.
You got Ripperoo, your favorite.
Ripperoo.
And we work with both sellers and buyers, and most of them aren't from here. We're working with a lot of people from out of state. We're videoing them into properties, and when we're listing properties, we're making sure they're staged, professional photographs, and they really show the best they can the first day we bring them on the market. Well, inventory right now is the best it's been, and so going into the third quarter, we're going to be very strong for the first couple of months, and then as we get closer to ski season, people take their properties off the market, put them into the rental markets, so they make that money over the winter, and then they bring them back on in the spring as prices continue to increase. The inventory that's probably moving the fastest right now is homes under $1 million. Average days on market is just over a week, though right now that's starting to increase a bit. We're seeing some price reductions. I think we saw 80 price reductions today, but we also saw 80 new properties come on the market. So I think there's really something out there for everyone.
All right, pretty cool stuff. Here's another tidbit for you guys that I almost forgot. I'm glad I remember this. So this is not long ago, you know, John and I were talking and we thought, oh, you know, shooting some of these videos in people's homes is kind of invasive and, you know, they don't want us going in there and kind of bugging them and getting in the way or having to unlock the unit. They're out of state and we have to get a key. And we in our realtor partners, guys, we're dead wrong. What we found is that clients, people who own these homes or condos, love when realtors do videos in their properties. They love it because they're showing off their unit. So what they do is they end up sharing the video. So you do a video of a condo in Keystone, then you send it back to your client. And even if you get no business off that video, and that can happen, no one calls you, you get no new leads, nothing. you've just engaged with your existing client in a totally cool way. And they love it, and they'll say, hey, I'm using Daniel as an example again. Hey, Daniel, thanks for showing off my property. And I sent it out to all my friends around the country, and they've never even seen my unit in Keystone, and you were in there, and it looked cool. So it's a really fun, creative way to do it. So I would encourage you, don't be shy about that. Tell your clients, I want to do a video. I want to showcase your property, and they will love it. All right, John, what do we got next here? 30-second commercial. Here's another thing. This is Doyle Richmond. We just saw him a second ago. Some of these agents, some of you guys probably know Doyle, but here's an example of a 30-second commercial, and we're going to talk about how we can do one of these for you guys.
Hi, I'm Doyle Richmond with Live Sotheby's International Realty. Enjoying a summer day here at the Frisco Marina with my family. There's just so many things you can do here at the beach, but there's golfing, there's hiking and biking, year-round activities. There's a lot of real estate opportunities exist here. If you're looking to learn about real estate, let Deborah and I educate you about the real estate market. There's something for everyone. We look forward to helping you. Call Doyle and Deborah. Thank you so much. Let us help you with your real estate interests. Live the Summit lifestyle. Live elevated.
So the cool thing about that video, guys, is that it tells a story, right? So it could have just been, oh, I'm Doyle, and here's my website, and call me. But it's more, you saw his kids, right? And they were at the marina, and they're playing ball, and you kind of get to know Doyle in that piece, right? So again, it's telling a story. It's evocative. That's what people want to see, and that's what works. So good example of a playful one. Speaking of that, we can do a commercial very similar to that for you guys. If you're ever interested, do one on your own. We encourage you, any of the stuff you can do on your own, by all means do it. Hopefully you've learned something here. If you have questions, we can help with that. But if not, you want us to do it for you, we're offering a deal where it's $200, which is like this ridiculously cheap and same price that I did not approve, to get your own 30-second commercial done. And we'll do the work for you. We'll air it. We'll give you the link so you can use that link on your social media channels, on your website. So it's pretty cool. And if you're interested, you can hit us up. The information's right there. Again, not a sales pitch at all. If you want to do your own, great. If you want us to do it, great. But just get one done one way or another. All right. Let's see what we have, John, here next. We have our Ned Wally thing, right? Oh, here's an example. So we get asked this a lot. John and I thought about this before we came on here. So people are obviously not able to do in-person stuff quite as much these days. We've been doing a lot of Skype interviews so that we can keep distancing, and then we interweave or interstitch B-roll. B-roll is just pictures or other video on top of it. So here's a quick example. We're only this is about a 3-minute long interview. We'll only play about a minute. This is Ned Wally. He's got the new project in Dillon, probably most of you know about. But you'll see an example of a Skype interview and how Ned did a good job of being personable and kind of expert about it and just being playful and having fun. All right, John.
All right, here with Ned Wally. Ned, how's it going? Let's right out of the gun. Show me that water bottle.
Yeah, it's going very well. Another warm, beautiful spring day here in Summit County. Here we go.
Uptown 240. That's that's literally what you're in front of. We see it in the background. Your project, pretty cool. Work is underway. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so it's a project that's been in the works for probably almost 10 years. I got involved about 1.5 years ago. It is a new construction condominium project, 80 units in total. 9 of them are deed restricted, so we have 71 market rate units. And of those, we've got 34 that are under contract already where people have paid their non-refundable deposits. So we're almost 50% sold out of the building.
That's a huge number.
Huge, especially considering we're not going to be delivering for probably about 1 year.
Right.
So to be at that milestone this early.
Right. Pretty big. Great. And I know the obvious question, Ed, is, and we talked about it before we launched into this, is that some people might think,
okay, so a good example of a Skype interview, and what makes that kind of fun is just being playful about it. It's obviously a Skype interview. We don't try to disguise it. And then, if you have some pictures or images that you want to use or a little video you have on top of it, again, that's called B-roll. B-roll is just simply stuff you add to the video. It's easy to do that. So going to open up for questions. Also, our contacts are right here. Valerie Connolly's over in our business development side. She's awesome, from Summit County, lives in Silverthorne. You can reach her on her cell phone right there. My name, email, cell phone right there on that page. Then we'll open it up to any questions you have. And again, this is going to be posted on the SAR Facebook page. So if you want to check it out again, and you're welcome to do so. So any questions, anybody? Or ideas or thoughts or good jokes?
Scott, I say we tell them about the awesome giveaway that we're doing.
Oh, I was trying to save that for ourselves.
Oh, well, I'm gonna let you do it, but I think that people will be excited and maybe that will give them some questions.
Okay, so I'm glad Michael mentioned it. John and I were going to try to use $50 to Dylan and Brew on our own. There goes that trick. Okay, so we've been talking about doing your own video, right? We want you guys to do that. We're glad to help with one down the road if ever we can be of assistance. But in the meantime, we want to encourage you to go do a video, and we want to encourage you to do one right away and submit it. It's got to be a cool, creative video you do. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It can be about you. It could be a property video. It could be about market forecasting, probably 30, 45 seconds, and tag anything that you mention in it. So tag SAR, tag TV8, tag the Dylan Dan Brewery, and whichever video on Instagram, Michael, I think we decided we're going for, right?
Yeah.
Whichever video on Instagram, we're not going to be the judge. We're not going to be the judge because we want to be fair and not cheat. Whichever video gets the most likes on Instagram is going to pick up $50 to the Dylan Dan Brewery.
It's going to be exciting.
And I think
don't forget to hashtag Summit Realtors Live, because that's how we'll be able to find your video.
Yep, no, for sure. And I think the due date, so today's what, Thursday? So it's actually due by tomorrow, Friday at 5. So you've got 20, 30 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
And again, doesn't have to be perfect. We're looking for something fun. We just want you guys to have fun with it, joke around, be lively, try things, experiment, have fun with it. Try a quick edit on your phone if you have time to do it, and submit it. I do see a question from Pat, and that's if we help with scripts on videos. And the answer to that is yes. We try not to write the whole script for you because we want it to be your voice. But Pat, and I think some of you may sometimes struggle with that. It's hard sometimes to come up with a script. Some people are pretty good writers. Some people are not good writers. So for sure, if you need help with a script, kind of an action plan or an outline, we absolutely can help with that. Again, some people are great at that, and we have some people we work with that just know exactly what they want to do, and we have other people who call us and say, hey, I want to get something done, but help, I don't know where to start. So 100% if you need help, glad to do it. Here's a question from Carol. How do we find your rates? We've got so many different things we do, Carol. If you want to just shoot Val or me an email, and we'll send out an email after this. We're glad to give you a call or send you an email with a couple things. Our stuff is super transparent and upfront, so we're glad to send you details on that. It's pretty simple, and a couple things that we're doing are super cheap now. We're trying to really chip in and help everyone out and giving away a few freebies, and this $200 commercial is a great deal, so we want to help out. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate the nice note, man. Cool. Any other questions? All right, well, John, thank you.
If anybody thinks of questions like a little bit later or anything like that, we took attendance for this class, so we will be doing a follow-up email. It'll have all the information on the giveaway, and it'll have the contact information for Valerie. She's the person that Scott just mentioned from their team. And if you have any questions going forward, their contact will be there, and that'll be a really good resource for you.
Okay. Well, thanks, Michael. Big round of applause for Michael putting this together. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And be safe out there. Stay safe. And this market's turning around faster than we all realize.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.